This video is for you if you're going through a difficult time, a challenging season, and you're ready to get out. Throughout my life, I've had many challenges, many setbacks, but I've learned something valuable, and I learned it from following the buffalo. I know, the buffalo. But here's the unique thing about buffaloes, is the buffalo sees the storm coming over the mountain, and as soon as they recognize that the storm is coming, they turn directly towards it and face the storm. Because they understand if they face the storm, if they run through it, it's going to be much faster and much easier to get through the storm. I remember years ago going through a breakup and I was like devastated. Like literally for 30 days, I remember every single day I had to wake up and I had to just pull this internal motivation. I had to fake it till I made it. You've probably heard that expression before. I literally had to just act like I was happy. I had clients and sessions that I had to do, and each day, each session, I had to literally sit there and kind of build up this internal strength just to get through it, just to get through the day. And then, after 30 days, I started to come back towards a baseline. I started to feel okay. And eventually, I felt much better. And now looking back years later, like that situation isn't even a thing. And in fact, it helped me develop who I am. Those challenging moments take us to a deeper part of ourselves. They ground us and center us. It gives us an opportunity to cut out the distractions, to really look at the things that aren't working and aren't serving us in our life. I've had other situations, financial setbacks, businesses that I lost, and through each one of those experiences, I learned something super valuable. Remember, experience can only be earned. You can't fake experience. It's your life journey that gives you your experiences. And so these setbacks, these challenging moments, when you're in the thick of the storm, really give us beautiful insights into ourselves and how to direct our life journey. So if you see the storm coming, much like the bison, much like the buffalo, turn towards the storm and ask yourself, what is in my control? Like, what can you control to make the situation better, to make it last shorter, to turn directly towards it and solve what can be solved? Years ago when I had my gym, I was expanding. My gym was growing, and I added on to my gym. I added this whole other section that increased my cost by probably 30 to 50%. It's a whole lot of increase, and I needed to make more money. And at the time, we were just starting into a recession. So I had asked myself, what can I control? What can I do? Well, I had this stack of people who had come into my gym but didn't sign up, or maybe some who had signed up but they left, they moved on. So I literally took that entire stack of contacts, hundreds of people, and I sat down for an entire weekend. I created a brand new program, and I called every single person in that stack. I ended up making exactly the amount of money I needed to get through the storm. So in that moment, I turned towards the storm. I looked what I could control, because the things outside of myself, I didn't have control over, but there were certain things that I could control. So ask yourself in this time right now, in this difficult season, what can I control? Because momentum alone can do so much for us. When we're in a state of depression and victimhood, like we feel like we're the victim of the situation, we lose control, we give it away. And so by finding what you can control, what you can take action on, gives you a sense of purpose, gives you a sense of a mission. When we have a mission, when we have a purpose, we actually increase our dopamine and serotonin levels. We feel more confident, like there's hope, there's something on the other side of that storm. Because there is. And the quicker we face it, the quicker we run towards it, the quicker we get through the storm. And lastly, something that always has helped me is to just accept the situation for what it is, because that can help us reframe to a place of gratitude and acceptance. We can be grateful for actually what is. Like I always ask myself the question, is anybody sick? Is anybody dying right now? Like what's the worst case scenario? And I compare my current situation to the worst case scenario. And it's always much better than the worst case scenario. And so that gives me a starting point, a place of acceptance. And acceptance is the ground we can grow from, the ground we can build from. Because if we're always looking at the distance from where we are to where we want to be, the distance between the two is often too far. It's too much for us to handle, to carry. And that's gonna oppress us and suppress us and disallow us from taking action. So if we can accept where we're at, move from that space, again, we can create momentum, run towards the storm, and I promise you, on the other side, there's opportunity. Things will be different because you allowed yourself to learn from the situation as it is right now. You've taken what you can from the situation and gained valuable experience, and that experience will serve you so well in the future. Rather than looking at your current situation, your current struggle, as something that's holding you back, rather, look at it as an opportunity to change, to grow, to understand deeper parts of yourself, and much like the bison, run towards the storm. And I'll be waiting for you on the other side because I'm gonna run through it too. I make these videos for you. So if you can do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Peace.